Karmic partners and twin flames. Well, this is a challenging one. You might have had friends say to you, well, if you've met your twin flame and it's the greatest love of your life, why have they run from you? Why aren't you both together? And of course, it puts you into this spin. Maybe they're right. It might trigger you into doubting this connection. But then there's this tug inside of you that knows this is your twin flame. And then your mind kicks in. How confusing. They've told you how much they love you, that you're their other half, that they couldn't possibly think of their life without you. They might have even said to you, you've awakened me from a deep slumber. You hear all these beautiful things. You have all these amazing connections, and then they run. And of course, it leaves you very confused. And often they run back to a karmic partner, or they suddenly end up in a relationship. And if they have contact with you, they tell you it's quite toxic and it's quite challenging. So why are they there and not with you? There could be so many answers to this. I'm going to share some with you and you can decide what works for you. Number one, I think the twin flame runner at some level knows that one of you has to start balancing your 3D life with 5D consciousness. And usually this is the feminine in the twin flame pairing. The runner triggers this deep abandonment feeling or pain within the twin flame feminine. And this pain is so deep that it triggers this awakening journey where you have to surrender. And this to me is like packing up your 3D life. Sometimes in this process, your life completely topples, your career changes, where you live changes, all sorts of things change. You can even get quite ill and not really understand the illness. And so I think coded within the runner is that they have to run to trigger this packing up of the 3D life and dropping all the unloving patterns that were inherited so that at least one of you can resonate at this high frequency of unconditional love. And let's face it, when you met your twin flame, you felt this unconditional love, you touched it, and then you dropped out of it when they ran. So you can find your way back to that feeling, and that's by dropping the things that don't match it. Number two, I think it is possible that there are soul contracts. Twin flames are connected in 5D consciousness. They share one higher self and they split to come to Earth. Earth is very dualistic. Everything splits on Earth. And why would a high dimensional being even come to Earth? The simple answer is to be of service to planet Earth. And so to be of service means to go into two hereditary families, two groups, and to work with those hereditary patterns within those families and harmonize them with love. I guess that could be an answer, that there is a soul contract in place that has to be completed, and you really do just need to wait for that contract to be completed. That is what we call divine timing. So divine timing could come into play with this as well. And yes, perhaps there is a layer of unconsciousness in the twin flame runner where they are very stuck in these patterns, and maybe time will help that process. I guess the answer is always to focus on the unconditional love within yourself for two reasons. One, you will be elevating the consciousness of both of you because you are intrinsically connected even if you're not physically in contact. And number two, harmonizing yourself with unconditional love is going to give you inner peace. You are going to connect with this love and it will change your life. You will start thinking more about the collective and how you can contribute to planet Earth to make it a more loving place. Is it work? Yes. But what's hard about that work is not the process of harmonizing yourself with love. It's the pain you inherited. So why would you hang on to it? Be brave, my dear twin flames. You are called to come home. It's like tag, you've touched unconditional love. Now come home. If you need help, reach out.